Hello, everyone. Welcome to Picture Me Crafting. My name is Merlinda, and today I'm going to show you how I make beautiful freestanding lace earrings with a bracelet with your single needle embroidery machine. So if you ever wanted to create lightweight earrings that look professional, you're in the right place. The project is beginner friendly, fun, and a great way to use, when your spools get low on thread, it's a great way not to waste that thread. So first we're going to go over the supplies we're going to use to make this beautiful project. Okay, so first we have the hoop. I'm using my 6x10 hoop because I'll be doing three items on one piece of stabilizer. I'll also be using my fabric like water soluble stabilizer, my scissors, a bowl of water, my thread, these tools, some of these jeweler tools right here, this hardware, which I think I picked the gold, and the clam earrings right here. So that's the items that we're going to be using. Okay, so I guess we'll get started in making this project. It's real simple. And this is the machine I'm going to use to make it on. That one right there. Okay, using my single needle today. Okay, and with that being said, we can go ahead and start stitching. Okay, so we've already hooped the stabilizer, the water soluble stabilizer, nice and tight. The design was already loaded, and now we're stitching out the design. This design has 48,942 stitches. It uses 6 colors. But for this, I decided to use the variegated thread. So I didn't use the 6 colors, but that's what it comes with, 6 colors. And it takes 1 hour and 40 minutes on my single needle embroidery machine. And the machine I'm using is my Brother Innovis Essence BE 2300. So that's stitching very nicely. So it does the bracelet, and then after it does the bracelet, it'll go right over and start doing the earrings. Which this is fun to watch. I did try to speed it up a little just so you could see. I also used the bobbin is the variegated thread also. I used for the bobbin for the top and the bottom, because if it flips over the earrings or the bracelet, you kind of want it to be the same color on both sides. Some people use white, and that's fine too. And the thread is just a regular polyester thread. And I used 1 sheet of stabilizer, but for future reference, I think because I'm doing so many things on one piece of stabilizer, I think I should have used 2. So I just put an extra piece at the bottom towards the end. You'll see that towards the end. Okay, so that's yeah, that's stitching nicely and it's done. So next we'll move to the next process, which is, now you see the stabilizer, extra stabilizer I put on there just in case. So what we do now is remove it from the hoop. And as to remove it from the hoop, you just trim away the excess stabilizer around the earrings and the bracelet. So once you get it all stitched away, you have your bowl of lukewarm or hot water. If you use cold water, that's fine too. It'll just be a little stiffer with the cold water. Most people prefer the hot, hot or warm water. And you see how it's the same on both sides? It looks the same. It's not a white backing on there. So then you just place the earrings and the bracelet in the warm water and the stabilizer dissolves. And be careful not to leave it in there too long. But if there is a light amount of stabilizer left behind, that's okay. It just helps to keep the lace and, keep the shape of the lace. But you don't want it sticky. So that's something you learn over in time. After you take it out the water, you lay them flat. So we're doing the bracelet now, and you've seen how both sides look the same. So you just pat it dry. You can use a paper towel or a just a towel, and you let it dry completely. So now we're going to take the bracelet out the water. I'm using tweezers. Usually I just use my fingers, but I'm using tweezers this time. And I'm going to let it dry. Doesn't take long to dry. Okay. Okay, then we're going to start putting the hardware on. Again, you see both sides look the same because the bobbin and the thread, the top thread match. And it's variegated thread. So I only, instead of using 6 colors, I just use one of their variegated. So now this is the hardware that we're going to put on. I picked a chain for the bracelet, and now I'm going to use the clam hooks for the earrings. The clam hooks I like because you don't have to try to get the ring around the earring and then another ring and then the hook. You don't have to do that. It's just 2 clamps that you just squeeze together. I'll show you. Okay. See the 2 end pieces? Yeah, you just squeeze that together in the hole for the earring. It's a lot easier. Now I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the earrings at, because you have to make sure the earrings are facing the same or the right way. One facing left, one facing right. So you want to always make sure of that. So now we're going to fasten the clasp on the earring. There we go. Okay. And we got that one. Okay. Okay, I didn't like the way where that was sitting, so I redid it. Which is easy with your tools. You just put it in there, open it up, and squeeze it back, and that's it. That easy. Okay, then you do the other earring. Okay, now that's done. Now for the bracelet, you have to decide how long you want your chain to be. And then you have to put the hardware on the end of the chain. So this one, I did it a little larger because, yeah, I did this one just a little larger because I wasn't sure how long I wanted it to be. So that's the end piece and the circle piece. I call it the circle piece, the round. Okay, and you put that on there. I want you to see this process right here. It's not complicated at all. And I love using this my glass my glow Caterpillar glow tampered glass mat. I love using that. It's easier to pick things up and cut and everything. Uh-oh. I dropped that one. So we're going to do that again. Okay, and now we're going to put the end piece on. After we get that on, we'll cut the chain where we want it to be, or that's a personal choice on where you cut the chain at. But with this, with the tools, the jewelry tools, it's so easy to cut because there's a all the way to the back. It's a blade that will cut it for you. So now I'm trying to make a decision on where do I want this to be at. Decisions. That looks good to me. Okay. Okay, I'm putting a circle on now, and I actually got a bigger circle to put on and a smaller one. So one of them I'm going to hook to the bracelet itself. The other ring I'm hooking to the ring I hooked to the bracelet. It's smaller. The second one is a little smaller, and that's for the chain to hook to. Or you can hook the clasp to it, whichever way works for you. And these little things, they're a little slippery. You got to hold on to them tight. And this is when I cut it. Trying to get it in the right spot. Okay. Kind of went off camera a little bit. Sorry about that. So that I did cut it. I cut it off camera, sorry. But that's pretty much it. After we do the other end, I like doing the freestanding lace. It's really nice. It's so pretty. It's something you can do on your single needle machine because, everyone doesn't have a multi-needle. And I try to use both my machines, switch it up a little bit. So Christmas time is coming, and there's a lot of stuff you can do freestanding lace. You can do ornaments and just all kinds of stuff. We'll be doing some more stuff as time goes on. So I believe that's it. It's kind of big on me. I didn't know where to actually cut it at. But that's pretty much it. We'll put this last hoop on, and I guess I decided to make it a little bit shorter. Um, we'll put that the last hoop on. Okay. Doesn't take long. Everything takes longer when you're kind of recording, but this is fun. I love freestanding lace. That is something fun to do. It's so pretty watching it complete itself. Okay, I'm having a little difficulty right here. I have to get something to hold that one with, because it's just not cooperating with me. Okay, here we go. I think this is it right here. We got it in there. We're going to tighten it. And that's it. That's the process. Not bad at all. So now I'm just going to clean the area up a little bit, and I'll be back. So you see how easy that was to make that. Um, it's freestanding lace is a perfect gift for craft fairs, for gifts, or just giving something unique to someone that's handmade by you. People really like them, and they really like the sets. So here's the bracelet. Remember, I put the chain on it a little bigger than I wanted to. But that's the bracelet. It's the same on both sides, as you can see. Same on both sides. It's not just completely white on the back. Some people take these and they actually run two together and they actually make a choker. I think it's cute. And then here's the earrings right here. Here's the earrings. And see, no matter which way the earrings turn, it looks the same, because the bobbin and the thread are what? The same color. And I use variegated thread, and that's just about it's just about it. It's that easy. So I want to tell you guys to thank you for watching. Thank you for crafting with me today. If you decide to make this, I'd like to know. You can put it in my post, I believe. You can put it there. And I hope you enjoyed this project today. Please subscribe to Picture Me Crafting. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, share. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment section, because I always try to go back and answer questions. Because if you have a question, it's important to you. It's important to me that you watch my channel. So I will comment. But yeah, I think everybody should try this. I love freestanding lace. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially with the variegated thread. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. This is what the variegated thread looks like. This is it right here. So I think I'm gonna make some more just to make them, but I love this. Okay. So with all of that being said, I hope to see you in my next project. And if you have any ideas of anything else that you want to make with the freestanding lace, leave me a comment It's my favorite thing to do, and I'll probably do it. So with that being said, happy crafting. Bye.